So to start things off, my name is Ian.
My name is Jessica.
My name is Ian.
And we're proud to present to you OpenRace. First of all, we talk about the problem. The thing is, when we're cooped up in an office all day and your boss is yelling at you to hammer out those papers, when your professor tells you that there's going to be an exam soon that's worth 50% of your marks, we all face mental health issues from this as a result. Because stress ends up accumulating from all of these projects. Because the truth is, we all face deadlines. So now, mental and health and well-being. So first of all, 75% of the general population says that they feel the negative effects of stress. So now, what does stress do to us? First of all, stress makes us less efficient as workers and prevents us from performing at our peak maximum. 40% of adults, 44% of adults feel more stressed than 5 years ago. As our society becomes more structural and solid, and as the workplace becomes more and more common, we believe this number is only going to rise as there's going to be more and more deadlines as a result. Stress is the basic cause of 60% of all human illnesses and diseases. This is obviously a huge issue in society, and that is something that needs to be combated. Now, stress increases the risk of heart disease by 40%, the risk of a heart attack by 25%, and the risk of a stroke by 50%. And these all combined in total cause the deaths of 1/3 of all Canadians. And that this is obviously a huge issue, and that we believe that OpenRace is one of the solutions to this issue.
Now, stress is not the only issue that plagues our society. There's also physical health and maintenance. For example, more than 65% of North Americans are obese, overweight, and generally physically unfit. This statistic is horrifying because of the dangers of obesity and general unfitness. Now, multiple studies have confirmed the dangers of obesity, ranging from heart disease to diabetes to multiple forms of cancer. Now, no one would know this better than myself because just a few months ago, I was obese. Now I was clinically obese. Now I'm overweight, but I am still working towards the goal I want to be. Now, when I was obese, I was diagnosed with clinical fatty liver disease, and that was the turning point in my life. Because my doctor straight up went to me and told me that if I continue living the way that I do, without exercise, without a proper diet, my life will be cut short. My life will be cut short significantly. My family member worried about me, I worried about myself, and I want to change my well-being. So I started running. I started doing cardiovascular activities, and that is one of the main my main motivation to start OpenRace. In fact, less than 20% of teenagers get at least 60 minutes of exercise per day. This is another horrifying statistic. We need to get these numbers up because we all need to be healthy to lead on our healthy lives. And that includes alleviating stress and getting more physically fit. So our team consists of a few members from our school's entrepreneurship club, Youth Entrepreneurship Club, and we've won multiple competitions in the past, including all first, second, and third places at the Barris's retail high school case competition and stage competitions from the previous years. We're also sending a few representatives to international FBLA competitions, and we've also had experience at ICDC with DECA this year and the years before at Atlanta, Georgia, and California. So our solution is OpenRace, an app that is both gamified, motivational, competitive, and helps you by having a selective difficulty.
So, gamified. What does that mean? So first of all, an example of this would be in our school system, right? We actively use games to engage students because it keeps people interested, keeps people coming back, and it's a fun way to look at something and teach concepts. So see here in our application, we decided to gamify, and this is completely different from something, and it's unlike anything that anybody's ever done in this industry so far. So by gamifying this application, we're able to engage users better in our application and help motivate them a lot better because of the way the application is designed. It keeps them running, and it helps them see the progress.
Now, speaking of motivation, as you can see in this screen, we have some incentives and achievements that we offer to any of our runners who finish their run. That could be in the form of a free food sample of a Cliff Bar, for example, or a coupon. Now, these small incentives keep our users coming back because they feel like they're being rewarded. They feel like they're running for a purpose, not just for their own health, but to get these small incentives that can keep them chugging along to reach their goals.
Another thing about motivation that we wanted to add on was the fact that we also provide more statistics than other applications. Because the thing is, people like seeing their own progress. Like, we like seeing charts that indicate that, hey, I really am able to run more distances now. And then, hey, I really am cutting down the amount of body fat that I have inside my body. Because these statistics, people will be more motivated and more likely to run.
So competitiveness. Now, we are humans and we have an innate nature to compete against one another. We keep wanting to be better than each other, and that is a fact that we cannot deny. And by this, using this innate nature within humans, we are having this competitive nature being brought up for ourselves, using this app by pitching out your friends against yourself so that you can compete with them. This will motivate you to be your personal best and to be your friend's score, and in turn, this will help both you and your friends to alleviate stress and to become more fit.
Selectable difficulty means that you're able to face other people, for example, strangers, because what happens is that we end up matching your times with other people. So you can see that how other people who are running the same distance are also competing. So by having selectable difficulty, it's a lot more motivational than for example, a casual runner who has just started having to match his score up against a competitive runner that's been running marathons for quite a while. Selectable difficulty means that you're able to have competitive spirit without completely getting stopped. So as a result, you still have a competitive feeling without feeling too down about yourself.
And you also get to be in your own comfort level, whether you're just starting to run or whether you've been an ultra marathoner for a few years. We make sure you're comfortable and we make sure that you are set to reach your goals.
So as you can see, OpenRace has a number of competitors, all of which fall short of meeting the positive consumer experience that we need. So if you take a look at the chart, you can see that applications such as Strava, Fitbit, Runkeeper, and Nike Plus all charge somewhat of a purchase, whether it's application download, a premium subscription fee, or the purchase of an additional product. Additionally, gamification is not present in all of these characteristics. This means that the experience of these applications will be less enjoyable and interesting. A motivational leaderboard sport is also not present. This means that the users of the application will not be motivated to come back and use the app regularly. OpenRace, however, is free for download and use. Additionally to that, we're gamified, as Zion and Lawrence mentioned, we offer free benefits. And also we have incentives such as coupons and product discounts.
Right, so pricing. So pricing is one of the most unique and appealing aspects of OpenRace. So what's the price per run? So if you want to start running and you want to use OpenRace, you can just go to the App Store and download it. It's completely free. There's no premium. There's no extra charges. Everything's available for free, including the incentives and coupons I mentioned earlier. Even them will be offered for free. So I'm sure you're wondering, how does OpenRace earn revenue if we're offering a free app? Like, what are we going to do? So the answer is advertising. Now, I'm sure you're thinking of like annoying pop-ups and those large banners that take up half the screen, but OpenRace is doing it different. So we made some assumptions that we use for our revenue analysis. So we assume that 100% of our users would use the app at least once a week, 75% of users would use it 3 times a week, and 25% would use it 7 times a week. Alright, so this is just the pricing for our competitors and various other companies like Facebook, Twitter, how much they get paid per ad. So we're pretty low, so our sponsors are very willing to give us coupons for us to advertise with. Alright, advertising question. Okay, so I'm going to delve deeper into this now. So the way we advertise is that every time you complete a run, you get an incentive. So whether that's a coupon or maybe an offer for a free energy bar in the store, that's how we give our reward. So the way we make money off this is that companies vend out their coupons to us, and every time a consumer goes and activates that coupon or even looks at the coupon, we get some money. So we're approximately 5 cents for each coupon activated.
So also, once we get more users, as our ad becomes more saturated in this market, we can begin to collect user statistics. And by doing this, we can segmentize our users into different groups. We can tell our customers and our partners our certain demographics. For example, if it's a health food store, we can tell them that this group of people are not experienced runners, but they want to get started. And our partners can cater the ads specifically for that target market. Now, in the future, we can use this to sell. And we can use this to sell as user-based analytics for companies to use. So these companies can target their products and their advertisers through specific demographics. And this is one of our future goals and for our future planning. And also, we have to get our name out there. We have our competition, and we need to market ourselves. And by doing this, we have a few steps in place. So first of all, we have an established market in North America with over 46 million existing users and 2.6 billion worth of this industry. So these fitness app industries, it is a large industry that is still growing as more of us become more educated about the importance of being fit. Sorry? And this is just a graph showing how the amount of users will keep increasing within this specific industry. And to appeal to our demographics, we want to target all levels of runners, whether you are amateur or if you're an ultra marathoner, because we believe that everyone needs to be motivated to run. Also, we have our target market for our business partners, such as athletic heroes like Nike and Lululemon, so that we can target their products at our demographics. And of course, there's fitness nutrition like Cliff Bars, Gatorade, and Whole Foods. So these are just fitness nutrition. So these are fitness companies and nutrition companies that may want to have access to our target demographics and our user statistics.
For marketing costs, we plan to delegate $1,000 for year one of OpenRace. We'll get this money from various sources. Most notably, we will apply to the Ontario Summer Grant. We'll personally invest our money into the business. And lastly, any income we make throughout advertising. This is a picture of a shirt that we are planning to do, OpenRace shirt, and each running event will cost us $200. Each water bottles, everything, will be $49, and t-shirts will cost us $155.
So by distributing our custom apparel and our custom water bottles, as mentioned before, we can increase our outreach within like the runner community, within these specific running events, such as the color run, such as these mini community marathons, and this can help us reach out to the runner community to create our own target market instead of competing with large companies such as Nike and Fitbit, who have already locked on with their own devices and their own markets.
So why should you run with us? Today my group has talked about a lot of things. So first of all, we talked about the problem that we face in society today, right? We talked about how stress and health and physical health issues are only going up. We talked about how that if we continue down this rate, that only more and more people will die from this issue. This is a huge social problem. And that OpenRace is to provide a solution. Because unlike going to the gym where you have to keep up a membership fee, OpenRace is completely free. You also don't have to travel to the gym, right? OpenRace provides a lot of advantage. It's customizable. It's easily accessible. And we've also been able to provide a bit of a view into the competition, right? That's talks about why we're able to beat our competitors inside the market, surpass them, and get our name out there. We're also able to talk about the advantages of our application, and also DJ provided the insight into financials, the logic, the analysis, the statistics that back us up, and of course, Neri has been able to talk about our marketing plan, how we're able to attend these marathons, how we're able to get our name out, and how overall we've been able to show you this image, and that together with us, we're able to create a much healthier society. Thank you.